All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Talks with Antoine, and let's jump right into it. So I was gonna come on here and have this whole rant about these Beyonce tickets and how over the past week it's been extremely exhausting trying to get these goddamn tickets. And I was gonna do this whole entire thing about her wanting to muster an entire revolution and going against the status quo, and how Renaissance was this whole thing where you had to release your inhibitions and quit your job and, go against the grain. However, simultaneously, she's participating in like egregious capitalism where her tickets are overinflated and people are paying close to $2,000-3,000 to sit on the floor seats. And I'm not understanding how you're able to do that at the same time. But as a hypocrite, I participated in it, right? I didn't get a chance to do Renaissance in 2023, so it was my duty to do the Chitlin Circuit, Cowboy Carter in 2025. Like even before she did the concert uh in December, I just knew that I had to secure these tickets. And I'm telling you, to be even in the 100s, it was a disgusting amount of money that I paid for it, even during the pre-sale. It gave resale ticket prices. However, I was like, it's still an experience. It's it's to the point where it's almost $200 to $250 an hour that I was paying to see this woman. Um, yeah. And you know what? I guess I could still dive into that. During 2023, right? We were like coming right out of the pandemic, and basically she was just speaking on how Cowboy Carter was supposed to be the first act. However, she just knew that because of the times and everything that was occurring, that Renaissance needed to come first. Cowboy Carter came second, and everybody's still anticipating Act Three. I'm not sure what also this rollout is about of her dropping liquor and dropping hair care products, now trying to drop a perfume. But before I even dive into my personal opinions about that, um, those first set of tickets were super expensive, right? Coming out of the pandemic and then dropping the ticket sales around the time of tax returns seems very predatory. It seemed very calculated, especially coming from a Virgo, right? Um and then it was like some informal apology about the confusion surrounding the tickets because that rollout was a mess, especially after the Taylor Swift debacle. And they promised that that was going to be better. Rolling around in 2025 and trying to secure these tickets, they weren't better. Matter of fact, SeatGeek did a terrible job of like avoiding bots, avoiding the overinflated prices of these tickets. It was a terrible experience, to be honest with you. I was there Monday during that pre-sale, then I was there during Wednesday for the second pre-sale, and then I was there Thursday for the third pre-sale trying to secure these tickets through three different methods, and it still all gave crazy ass prices. So I didn't even check back honestly for the gym pop sale because I knew that that would have been astronomical, um yeah, I just kind of feel a way about that. um your solid core fan base, I believe, are going to support you no matter what, but you're sending them to their wits end in order to secure these tickets. And that's what I have an issue with. Like, especially during Black History Month. Like, I get the price is the price, right? We should pay her what she's worth. But there is a double-sided coin with that. I also feel like because it's Black History Month, because you're doing the Chitlin circuit, because it has such significant meaning, because you are behind closed doors in alignment with Kendrick Lamar, and there's a whole um revolution behind that, right? A black revolution behind that. There's a whole statement piece with that. Even in your music, I would have thought that it would have came off in a way where it would have been more attainable, especially because a solid core of your fan base is are younger and black, Would have thought that it would have been a different rollout than that. I would have thought that it would have been a little less expensive than it was. Now I'm pretty much sure that the same tickets that I secured is probably going for over $1,000, which is absolutely insane. $1,000, I mapped it out, right? You can fly to Puerto Rico round trip from the DC area, rent a 2-day Airbnb in a secluded area for a price of $1,000, right? And then probably extra $120 you can secure a rental, and you can buy your own food because Puerto Rico is still within the United States, right? You can still go to a grocery store, cook your own food at the Airbnb. All of this probably is underneath $1,500, and that's less what some of you guys paid to be in those special seats that's close up on the stage for 3 hours. Like, this is crazy. Um, yeah. I overall, like, that shit was absolutely insane. But again, I fell into the honey pot. You know what I mean? Like, I fell um into that that cycle. I bought into it. Do I regret paying the price? Yes. Am I going to regret the experience? Probably not. Like, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to leave that concert and say, this shit wasn't worth $600. I'm pretty much sure it's going to be worth every single penny. However, it shouldn't have been at that price from the get go. If you guys are like picking up what I'm putting down, um, yeah, I just I didn't agree with that at all. I didn't agree with that at all. This video is not going to be too long. Let me jump into this real quick before I get out of here. It's giving broke. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I'm not sure when she took that entire span off what is happening. I'm not sure how much damage or how much uh uh of a beating her wallet has taken, but for her to like drop that 100+ city tour, right? Then drop a movie, and then drop a hair care line, and then drop an alcohol line, and then turn around and trying to drop a perfume while charging egregious amounts for the second set of tickets. I'm trying to figure out what debts are you trying to pay off, because you are literally milking the fuck out of your fan base, and I am trying to figure out why. Like, there's a difference, right? When it came to Rihanna, um, you may not actually be a Rihanna fan, but you can like Fenty as a brand. You can like Fenty as a product. You can like Fenty as a wear, and not necessarily want to attend a single Rihanna concert or spin any of her records. Beyonce is kind of not like that. Like, she can't fully separate herself from what she's selling, and that's probably part of the problem why Ivy Park had such a hard time launching. Darion Jeans had such a hard time sticking around, and the reason why I feel like, and I'm not sure, I'm probably out of the loop here, but I feel like Sacred's not sticking. Sir Davis was a thing when it first came out. I still haven't tried it. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be a thing where it's like an Uncle Nearest where it's going to continuously grow. I just feel like it was kind of like a marketing ploy. I wouldn't say a marketing ploy. I feel like it was just kind of, yeah, no, it was a marketing ploy, right? It came along with the Cowboy Carter situation, and then now we're trying to sell a perfume. Like, and then putting yourself on the face of it. I just think that you're like throwing shit against the wall and seeing if it's sticking, or you're doing a rollout to make a significant amount of profit at first, knowing that these things won't last in the long term. Um, we can't say on, on its face that she's just trying to like diversify, right? Getting more so out of the music. But it's giving broke the way you're rolling this shit out back to back. Like, you're raping the people's wallets every chance you get. It has not been more than 3 to 4 months at a time that has gone by from the album releasing, to the hair care products, to the liquor, right? And I keep reiterating this, right? Back into announcing the tour, and then now announcing a perfume. Like, go, what's next? Are we rolling out body wash at this point? Like, that's what it's given. It's given like, what do we have to do, you know, to make ends meet as a billionaire? And that's like milking the fuck out of your fan base, because I'm pretty much sure there's not just random women trying Sacred that don't know about Beyonce or some type of fan. Going back to the Rihanna situation. Well, going back to like my point with Rihanna. Um, yeah, I'm not understanding exactly what the hell is going on. Again, it can come off as hypocritical because at the same time I'm buying into it. I mean, I haven't bought the alcohol. I am not buying the perfume for obvious reasons, and I'm not doing the hair care products. I'm not paying almost $200 for the entire kit. I've already spent enough money trying to go to this concert, and that's where we're going to leave that shit at. Um, but yeah, that's my thoughts on this entire situation. I'm definitely going to be tapping back in on the updates as far as her and getting closer to this goddamn tour. So I'm slowly starting to pick out the outfit that I want. I'm trying to get this body right because I actually want to show some skin for this goddamn concert. So yeah, there's going to be an update within that. Other than that, yeah, that's kind of about it. Let me just go ahead and wrap this shit up. This has been Talks with Antoine. Peace.